Go dashboard. Okay, maybe I'll push that. Maybe I'll wait on that if I'm... Yeah. Sorry, I kind of just, I kind of just checking some stuff. One thing about it is, kind of, just checking my Gmail stuff. See, post on Twitter. Post. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So, as always, everyone, hey, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Rose here, and welcome to yet another installment of Let's Play Live. For those that don't know what Let's Play Live is, essentially it's the thing that I do where I stream random things at random times. Kind of like, hey, I'm wanting, to test something out. Whether it be like a new game or, or something, or I'm just not really doing much, and I'm just like, I want to just, do something while on stream and just maybe hang out with anyone who comes by, and I don't know, maybe brings entertainment to some people that, might, might want something to chill out to or something. But yeah, today I'm going to be playing some Elden Ring. I'm probably going to be doing a few different things at most, but the one thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to kind of start things off with Sersha, because in the last stream I essentially started a New Game Plus run with her, because I was kind of like, yeah, because I was kind of like, I'm in that Elden Ring mood, and I'm kind of like, really curious to see how things go, in a sense. I'm just like, hey, let's try like a little New Game Plus run. Maybe might do a little thing with Saoirse and stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, last time we managed to, like I said, we started New Game Plus or Journey 2. We did do a few things differently because we were trying to find, excuse me. Because last time we were trying to find an NPC character called Goldmask, because I kind of thought about this a little bit, and I was like, I think out of all the endings that this game has, um, I was like, out of all the endings, I think there's like two that are left that I have not really gotten before. And one of them being the ending when you do Gold Mask quest line. The other one was, I believe, Dung Eaters as well, which I kind of have an idea of how I'm gonna do Dung Eaters because I have like this I have like this random little idea of I have like sort of like this random little idea for like playing as patches in the future. I'll have to like figure out like who I'm going to probably get rid of first or something like that. But yeah, I might do like a bit of a thing in the future where it's like I might play as patches and I might do Dung Eaters quest line just to say, just gonna have like that little like I guess that little like random nod slash accomplishment under my belt saying like, oh, I've now like not only have I 100% of this game where I've platinumed it, gotten all the trophies and all that, but I've gotten all the endings because I've gotten pretty much the majority of the endings from like the regular ending that you normally would get. I got Ronnie's ending with Pay. I think I got Fia's ending thing with Great Pumpkin Lord, formerly known as Great Pumpkin Eater. So yeah, I think I think I've done most of that, but yeah, we found gold mask. We also found corn. Apparently, I thought he was gonna be somewhere else before he went to Round Table Hold. But yeah, we found Gold Mask. We we interacted with him a little bit. What else? Oh yeah, we found Corn at the Round Table. I believe he left early than normal, at least from what I can kind of remember. And what else? And we pretty much told him about like hey, this is where Gold Mask is. So he decided to say fuck it, I'm gonna go I'm gonna leave, go get his try to go under his teachings or whatever. So yeah. But yeah, this is Saoirse. This is I guess you could say technically like an OC character of my friend Pay's, also known as Horror Monster for those that want to check her out. Which give me just a sec. And give her a nice little shout out. It's Frosty Tools. But yeah, we're playing as Saoirse. She is basically she started off as a bubble build because I was kind of really curious to see how that would pan out. We did manage to end up getting to Malekith area. Didn't beat him. Didn't really beat the whole game as that, but um, but I did do like a rebirth slash respec sort of thing, and I ended up pretty much making I pretty much ended up making Saoirse as a Claws of Night build, which is always kind of funny in a sense because because Pay, because I say that Pay is technically I say like in a way that Pay is technically the one that I made a bit more of a Claws of Night user because I kind of use that just to have some fun with it, but Saoirse is the one that definitely has like a build that I will admit, like I think I've seen this somewhere online, but she Yeah, she has Claws of Night build. You know, so she has Claws of Night, which is at +10. She also has a few other. She also has a few other little weapons and stuff as well. Some of which I could probably just, get rid of. Uh, yeah, actually, let me go to Church of Vale real quick to sell some stuff to Calais. Because I was originally at Stormvale. I was originally at the Stormvale Castle area because I was going to try and get Godric's Great Rune activated, and I was going to I was going to put that on Cersei's build. Also, please forgive me if I'm if you hear if I'm if you hear me, sniffing and all that. Kind of not. Kind of haven't been 100% for I'd say maybe the past couple of days or something at most.
Perhaps you don't see that we have a saying.
Had some slight, annoyances per se. I had some slight little moments per se where it's I had for one, I had a massive headache, and my head was just pounding bejesusly crazy. And my throat was kind of killing me at times because it felt like it was sore in the inside. And also what was it? Oh yeah, my fucking nose. My fucking nose also sometimes would get either stopped up like crazy or be kind of like having a runny fucking nose or something like that. But it's just just Now I will say that I'm kind of feeling a bit. I'd say between from what is it? I'd say from like compared to now from how I was by the past day or two. Things are kind of a bit more better. Although sometimes if I exhale too long, I got little cause that that noise in my throat. Ow. Okay, you can fuck off. You can fuck off as well. Ah, you killed your own men. Okay, I'm gonna need paving. And yes, I know this Ash War character's name's Stormhawk Fiends. I just call it as Haven because it's a little I guess I don't know if I want to say Easter egg or reference or something like that. But yeah. But it's kind of like a bit of a bit per se, where it's I call the Hawk as Paven because I'm playing as Cersei and everything like that. Even though, so here's the thing. So even though that Pei has what could be considered what would be known as a Raven form, right? Because I mean, it's understandable. It's Raven form, Paven and all that. And the in the and the the thing here and this and the that the ash summon that I used is a hawk, but it's just a little something for funsies, just little some funsies for a name, especially because there is there literally is no Raven Ash War thing there's no Raven Ash summon in this game, so I kind of just went, was just the name, like I said, for funsies. Yeah, we got giant golem boys. And I believe... Ow, how did that one hit? That's a cheat right there. Okay, 180. Yeah, I believe like once you kill these things that they stay dead. So touch this, travel to my location. This first going to be on the other side of that area, because that's how you get to Godric's Great Rune site thing. So you can activate double Jesus out of that. And yeah, I did do like a few little things here and there, but I kind of figured, in a sense, for the most part, that I would try and say like, some stuff, mostly, for like when I, stream, in a sense. Cause sometimes I would say like, well, I guess like for the most part, and I think even if Onyx was here, he would agree as well. It's like, sometimes I just hate waiting. Sometimes like, I'll just do certain things on my own, see how things play out. For example, with the whole Bloodborne collab thing, it's like, we haven't done that in a hot minute. Well, not counting like the last time we did it, but like, it's like, it's one of those situations where, like we haven't done that thing in a hot minute. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna just do some stuff on my own, and everything, and just, make sure that I get to like maybe like at a certain point or something. So that way, nothing changed. I don't get locked out of anything in particular, and I can go help out Onyx and Shadowseed whenever we get together and do the thing. But yeah, I'm going to rest here. I'm going to equip the Great Rune. And I'm going to activate the Great Rune. Alright, so I know this is kind of like a random little tradition thing where it's like, people might show off the stats and stuff, so here you go. Saoirse is level 215. She has 55 vigor, 44 mind, 50 endurance, 16 strength, max dex, which is 99, 13 intelligence, 39 faith, and 16 arcane. Her weapons, like I showed before, she mostly uses the Claws of Night. Sometimes she might pull out the Black Knife, because, life drain, Blade of Death, whatever. Her armor stuff is Circle of Light for the headpiece, the altered version of Twin Armor, which, like I said before, what I kind of said before was like, it's a bit of like it was a bit of like a random idea that I had because of how Sersha and Faldo would only be like one and the same being, like two minds and like one body. But they were like, really close and everything. And even though like, they are now split, but they still have, that bond, that sisterly bond, if you will. I would say almost kind of like how Dee and his brother are like this, because this I think this is originally like Dee's armor set, but for the arms and legs, I got the Scale Gauntlets and Greaves. So yeah. Flasker 1 is physics. I got lead and heart here, and opaline heart here. Which, one does temporarily boost poise, other one temporarily boost damage negation. And I got two Ash summons, which is the Mimic Tier and Stormhawk Death. Which, like I said, I call the Stormhawk Death as Paven. And my talismans I have, Rotten Ring Sword Insignia, Dragon Crest Greystone Talisman, Smithing Talisman, and Medicine's Prosthesis. So, there you go. Alright, so yeah, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go say hi to, Renala, because I think, like, if we both defeat her, then we can be able to get into, Lindell, we can basically get in the pre-Lindell, and not Ashen, and not the Ashen version. I believe it's called like Lindell Royal Capital or something. So, and also we did get what is it? We got both Dectus pieces, and everything, so that's how we were able to get to. That's how we were able to get to Altus Plateau pretty soon. Like, yeah, missed again. There might be something over here. Marionette soldier ashes. Purple Foulfoots. That's the only thing I can use to temporarily increase my luck for a little bit. We are going over here, because why not? I win. Alright, now we'll go over here. Wait for one of these things. It's right here. We just ride up till we get about right there. We jump over right here. And back to this world. And get the grace here. And we're going to rest. Let's see. I'm probably going to put some things away. So, because I have Godric's Great Rune, if I can get Saoirse's intelligence to at least 27, you know, because Godric's Great Rune puts 10 points into everything, so yeah, I can just do that. Yeah, Saoirse's got a handful of handful of stuff. I wonder if I can actually use that in order to... I don't know. We will see when the time comes, but for right now... Bad Jar Knight, dude. Yeah, because we already got the thing in hell. Yes, this thing that just gets randomly shot. You go over here. Next to me, good boy. I dodged that. That's not a hit. That was a cheat. I don't care what anyone says. Get this over here. So random little funny story about this little spot. So I had no idea this was a thing until the last time me, Onyx, and Shadowseed did a little thing, did a little Bloodborne Elden Ring, hunter thing in here. I believe that we were going to go help Shadowseed out in his world, and that's how I found out about this spot. Oh. Graven's School Talisman. Ow, ow, ow. Here's you. I was fucking looking at shit. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch. Okay, so I now know of another little area. Oh. Okay. So that's, okay, so that explains the doll. Yeah, here. Alright. Let's drink this. Go through here. Some paving. And then hit Golden Vow. I apologize for coughing up like a coughing up the wazoo on that fight. Then we're going to chill here. At first is gas life. Cannot remember the name of it for the life of me, but I believe it has like a flying ashore. Alright. Alright, so normally you'd be wanting to go over there. But this is like your first playthrough, or in case you missed it, because over in that area is a spot place where you get a golden seed. But Saoirse here, she is good on all that. There's Elmundrum. Ow. Nope. And Night Shield. Out of here. Over here. We are going to open this door first. Then we're going to go up here. Now, I don't know 100% for sure, but there were a few moments in the there were a few moments where like I managed to get a pumpkin helm here. If you don't know what a pumpkin helm is, it's basically what that thing is on that boy's head that we're looking at. Essentially it's a headpiece. Now I don't know for sure if like this is a place you can build a farm for it, or if it's like a rare drop if you come across these guys or what. But yeah, I've gotten at least a couple. I've gotten at least a couple around here with him. Okay, you can stop with that. You can also get a glintstone skitted. Pretty much a headpiece. Anything over here in particular? And Golden Rune 7. This portal of hell. Alright, so even though I'm down 7, which is, 3 short from 10. I'd say I'd missed. Does it play right away? Okay, I'm gonna let the cutscene play just a little bit. Just for the lulls, more or less. Okay. That like alright. We're going to skip that. Damn it, no! Great room of the unborn. Excuse me. Weave thy night into being. Alright, so...
Where did ye flee, my sweetings? Come out from whence ye hide. Here are books and light aplenty.
Alright, so... Done that. Okay. Excuse me. Well, I appreciate that, terrible Timu? I'm gonna call you Timu, if that's okay. But yeah, but I appreciate the lurk though, and everything, and hope you have a good sleep. Da, 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 da. Okay. Okay. Just looking up some stuff about Gold Mask questline and everything. Alright. Alps Highway Junction. Plan out the stuff from there. Call on Torrent. And yeehaw. You missed. It's like, aha, aha, aha. Have a couple of tree sentinel boils, but let me get those grapes on here. So just in case I somehow die. When these guys if somehow die, I'll have a little checkpoint ting to fall back on. Ugh. Let's see how how Paven does. Ow. Okay, get me out of the corner, please. Alright, that's one. There's two. The Great Trio and the Heroes Room 1. Gotta love it. Alright. Go around here. Then we'll go over here. Now I can't remember for sure, but I think that if you talk to Melina over here and let her, do a little ting, you get a little gesture from her. Out of here. Golden Mortar Seal. Golden Centipedes.
Spoken echoes linger here. Words of Queen Marika, if you will. In Marika's I declare through under those bliss my comrade.
There we go, out of order. So now technically, Saoirse can do somewhat of a dab. Bum 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 bum. Golden bracers. Yeah. Just cause. Alright. Little tingle here. And I know I could get those golden seeds, but I don't need them. Got him. Alright. Alright, so yeah, if you try to go this way, you know, there's not really much over here except, I think, like, well, some undead zombie dudes and, like, I think there's, like, an item thing, but I think it's, like, I don't think it's really, I don't think it's really anything big. I win. Sure too. Margit, you know. Out there be the way the cookie crumbles. Hey. Hey. Alright. Hey, no, Melina.
Spoken echoes, shall I share? Of course, tell me.
It's like I only went through the thing once. So I can get a gesture. So I can get the dabbiest of dabs. Alright. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hell. Do a little thing, even though it's just a mushroom. Then we're gonna kill ourselves another tree sentinel looking dude. Because he needs to die. For various reasons. One of them being is because, he's tied to the thing that she needs to do in order to, unblock the path. Ow, that should not have hit. That was a cheat. I don't care what anyone says. Я мистическая десятка. Let me make sure. Okay. For some reason, Saoirse's going brr. Things that make you go brr. Anyway, so a random little thing that I found out about this because I've done this. I've done this with Onyx and everything. But there's technically two ways that you can go to deal with a little friend over here. So, first thing being, of course, just obviously, just go, just go all in, see what happens, things like that. You can do a thing where, you meet somewhere kind of like, secretive, or like a little hidden spot that, for one, doesn't, have to worry about these assholes, and two, doesn't, aggro this boyo. And what you can do is you can summon in another person, and you can kind of like a little bit of a, I guess you could say like a little bit of a cheese type of thing, if you will, to where it's like, the summon, tries their best, to kill the boy over there. And as long as the host stays alive, you can go just, summon in, as much as you can until he's dead. So, yeah. But we are going to try. Yeah, we are going to try and go in and kill the boy. And there you go. So now we've done that. We can come over here. Get this grace up in this bitch here. Make our way into the royal capital. Now I'm not going to rest at that one because honestly I don't need to. The reason why I say I don't need to is because there's not really any enemies from here until the next race, so it makes no difference, eh? Magic grease. Finger remedy. Got 616 on things for Saoirse. Okay, so I may have fibbed when I said there was some enemies, but nothing really. There's nothing really major. The boyos are getting 2-tap or something. Okay, now we will rest here.
My utmost thanks for bringing me to the base of the Erd Tree. Here, I can govern my own movement And thus, the accord is fulfilled. I shall depart to ascertain the purpose I was given. Farewell. I shall leave Torrent and the power to turn runes into strength here with you. I wish you luck in realizing your ambition. You have fought long and hard. I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Bye, Melina. Alright. So, then we'll go over here. Even though like it would show normal on the thing, but I kind of want just kind of want to double check, just be on the safe side or whatever. Just be on the safe side. But Gold Mask and Corn should be moving into the next area. Which we don't know for sure. Unless we use this portal. That spin-off. What spin-off? He's talking about DVD Mobile. Cause I do wish I could be able to, I do wish I could have been able to have tried DVD Mobile and everything. Cause there was a thing that they were doing at one point where it's like, cause of how like, you know, it was drawing to a close, it was drawing near to, you know, like shutting down and all that, and you can look at like a shit ton of stuff, even if, you know, you just like got it, a little bit, you know, did at least a tutorial or something and everything. Alright, so, okay, so we now know the thing, everything. So yeah, moving the thing, I'll do it. Like dare not do it. Yep. Talking about Dead by Daylight Mobile. Alright. Okay, I've activated the swimming pool here. They tried to attack me. Like you attack us the small. then you have chosen death. Straight up just hey, tree, hey. See by the curse. Sharing bullets. Got 4 of them. The music's terrible. Come here, you. Kill this boy on here. Where the branch should be. If you miss the roll. Like, no, thank you. I don't want to smell your samples. I don't know why, but I feel like I get like this funny, but you know, there's like this randomly good satisfaction of just killing those fuckers and just hearing like, you know, just hearing the sound that they make. Alright. No. I was gonna fucking I was trying to cancel it. It was good. leave Faye alone. The big boy. Alright. Press here. Check on this. Something pull here. All good. Nope, I don't think so, Scooter. That's not a hit. Okay, that should not have hit either. Get out of here. Excuse me. I got a back to stab. Excuse me, I get a back to stab. I don't think I could ever really try to like have that. I don't think I can ever really do like the perfect voice of Saoirse. You bitch. I know you throw rocks at the small. I do remember like randomly one time though where I do remember like randomly one time where I was trying to ask Pay about like, you know, how to do like the perfect voice for Infallible. I swear I feel like she was judging me. He's like, what the fuck are you talking? I think he's like, I think he's kind of like all like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, like, what do you mean, like, you know, do like the perfected, you know, Fowl's voice or whatever. It's like how you do it? You know, it's like, I don't know. I think, like I said, I think Pay like to me, I think Pay thinks like maybe I had lost me marbles or something. But I can't say that at her. Even if you know even if the whole situation of like saying like, oh, it's people like you know, like that you know make this country what it is or something like that because because basically in a nutshell like she kind of she made like a little post on the Discord Discord and all that, and I think it's like in the rant and rave section. And I don't like to talk about politics and everything like that because I'm not into politics. I'm not going to be into politics. I'm not a voter. I'm not ever going to vote. You know, you can't change my mind and everything like that. You know, I'm not into politics. You know, and to those who are going to get on my case about it, I was going to say on to the fuck yeah. But anyway, so kind of was like talking about that's why I'm not into politics, and she kind of do like a little thing where it's like it was like, it's people like you, those this and that to this to our country and everything. I'm like, and I didn't say anything afterwards because I didn't want like, because I respect Pay, and to the fullest of full can be. Like I have no beef with her. I doubt I'm ever gonna have beef with her, but like just that one little moment was just like, eh, you know. Like I said, like I respect Pay, too much to be able to have like let something like that in between us. I mean, it might have been like in the heat of the moment or something like that. I mean, even though like I know that we don't really chit chat, which it's fair. Like she has her life, I have mine. We probably don't get chat really or anything like that. Maybe outside of like I don't know, like streams, you know, like if she, like she was, like say, you know, she was doing things with very shadow or something like that, you know, just stuff like that, you know. But but yeah, you know, it's just a bit of a, you know, a bit of a thing, yeah. And like I said, you know, I'm not mad at her or anything. I'm never going to be mad at her. I'm not going to like, you know, like trying to DM her and say like, you know, hey, what the fuck was, you know, that all about? You know, how dare you say, you know, I'm someone like this? You know, like, 'cause like I said, you know, it's, you know, it just is what it is. You know, like I said, you know, you know, we're good. We are friends. You know, I don't want to, you know, do anything, you know, to like get on her bad side or anything like that. You know, like I said, I have all the respect in the world for her, and I know how sometimes, you know, people are, you know, like to have like passion for certain things. You know, even though, you know, things are more or less, you know, more or less like, you know, fucked up in this sense, especially when it came to politics. But still, you know, she has her thing. You know, I will always respect that, and you know everything. And whether she, you know, she wants to like my stuff, this, that, and the other, you know, it's her thing. You know, I'm not going to judge her for it. I'm not going to hate her or anything like that. I'm not going to like, you know, be like, oh, I'm no longer friends with her or whatever like that. You know. And you may say like, oh, I'm like just kissing ass, whatever. It's like, and it's like, no, I'm not. You know. Like I say, you know, I have all the respect in the world for Pei. You know, even though she may, you know, kind of like maybe like say like, oh, she didn't, you know, do all this and that or whatever, but you know, she helped, you know, done quite a bit, you know, for little old me, especially like whenever, um, you know, but especially like, you know, whenever I was doing, um, especially like whenever I was trying to like do the whole situation with, especially like whenever I was doing the whole situation with, um, you know, trying to get to like trying to do like the stuff to, you know, to get the affiliate status and all that.
Oh, was that you? Sorry, I hardly noticed. I'm a little shaken since the Master ceased his movements. The Master's reflections had heightened as we neared the Earth Tree. While still a precise calculus, the rhythms grew increasingly wild until he simply ceased. Now the Master is facing quite the puzzle. The Golden Order is founded on the principle that Marika is the one true god. However, the name of Marika's second husband, King Consort Radagon, also appeared. Who exactly was Radagon? The Master is stumped. His finger has remained still ever since Radagon's name was discovered. Curse my mediocre mind. The Master only has me. And here I fail him. Who exactly was Radagon? The Master is his finger. But the why must these... We were on the Who exactly... The Master... His finger. But the why must... We were on the...
So you have no more incantations.
Did you need something? Who exactly... The Master... His finger. But the why must... We were on the
I don't know why for sure, but like it does seem like he does kind of like move a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go refill my drink and everything. So I'm going to blue screen you guys, and I will be right back. I'm also going to mute my mic as well. So. Alright, I am back. Hey, what's all this then? I don't know if I ever know. I don't even know this. I don't even know if I ever seen these boils here before. Let there be friendship. Okay. So let's go to the west cap of the Reddenport. It's the festival. But yeah, it is, like I said, it is what it is. But I think like for right now, I'd say like probably like for right now at most, the plan that I have for Saoirse for her, New Game Plus run, I want to try and see if I can be able to get, to the end game. I want to try and see if I can, get to the end game and, get the Golden Order ending thing, with all the Gold Mask questline stuff. That's that lures me main idea. But I'm also kind of like wanting to try and do a bit of a thing as well, where I'm also kind of wanting to like do a bit of a thing as well, where I get hopefully like all the summoning pools and like all the summoning pools, all graces, things like that. All the caves, all the catacombs, and shit, done. That's another hit. He did it. No. You will not kill me. You are not allowed to kill me. That is against the rules, bitch. Fuck off out of here. Alright. Now that I got that boil, even though I could have just, walked by, but I don't know. I just like killing, I just like doing things. The whole thing is like, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Alright. I'm just gonna run past these boils to get to the top. It's fine. I'll just get them if need be. That's not a hit. Wait. That's not a hit. There we go. Alright. Pop this bad boy. Alright. Alright, so I'm curious about something. I'm going to do a slight bit of respecking. I'll probably like, I'll go back afterwards.
Where did he flee?
Where did he flee? Okay.
Where did he flee, my sweetings? Come out from whence he hide. There are books and light aplenty, thither not.
Okay, so I got 5
Out
Marvel
alive.
tears.
Or will he be gravestones, to be better born anew?
Okay, so let me see. So 37 intelligence. I gotta work on. I gotta do that
My
voice.
sweetings, is it that to become now?
Right. 37 intelligence. Max dex. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Take this little snapshot. So I can get a bit of, dare to compare. Entering Sanctuary. Alright. Alright, go down here. Oh, hold on. Regression alone reveals secrets. There's that. Radigan is America. Why is it always champions? Let's go to Rampart. So yes, Radigan is America. Alright, so now I believe you'll find we gotta go turn the good mask. Tell him about the ting. Everything. Got ya. I got the greaves. Hey. Call Athium. Golden Ore Totality.
What on earth did you do to the Master? Well, not that I'm complaining. Master's finger moves again, resuming his cogitation. More than good enough for me. I haven't the words to thank you. So I'd like to pass this on to you instead. A glimpse into the heart of the Golden Order. Documented by yours truly. To think that Radigan was Marika herself. Or at least, such is all I can interpret from the rhythm and calculus of his finger. How would such a thing even have been possible, I wonder? Sadly, I cannot comprehend it myself. Do you have a fuller understanding of the matter? Oh, well, Either way, in truth, I am merely further study of ink. Indeed, I applaud your...
Okay. Well, now, Saoirse now insert her dominance. Alright. So go here. See if there's anything. You know, with all these like greases and things like that, I've hardly ever used anything on any of my builds. Are you able to get that thing again? Hold on. I feel Steve's coming on. Achoo! Achoo! Retreat a bow. Well, what have we here? Huh. Hey. Hold on. I just realized that person has the haircut that I have paid. Black Knife Assassin. Got ya. Nothing on the air tree. 38. Toss the Gracie. Sit at the Gracie. Alright. Let's go and get rid of that. I might try, like, I'll probably do it off stream, but I might I might like upgrade one of the golden seal things, um, just for the hell of it, more or less. You know, see what happens. Alright, get melon up in this bitch. I'm so close to him. That's not a hit. Leave me alone, you old codger. Right, and hey, y'all.
Hello again. Allow me, you are unable prevented the thorns are husk the only way and become my purpose. So I'd like to the flame then and guide.
Alright, so we got the roll medallion. Alright, I'm gonna take Cersei to a round table hold. Lip up, baby up. Lip up, baby up. Oh, baby, ba.
No. I need to do better than this. Oh, don't pay me, just lay out.
Is there anything worth selling? Nah.
What is it? The map indicates it will lead you.
You know the finger shake
when they are about to no matter. That door.
Oh no.
It's me.
I care more about soul, even though I can't use it to its fair potential. Oh yeah, I was gonna sell that extra glove. I might as well also give,
You've then I bid I am known as a tarnished eye, and you now belong.
You again. I thought you'd receive a summons to the round table. Nefeli Lu. We met at Stormvale. I'm glad to see you here. I have something for you. I found it in Godric's grafting grounds. You defeated him. Make good use of it. I don't intend to make...
Arsenal Charm.
Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study. If you haven't, All Father is, I'm sure, to... It's about time I head. I'll see you again.
Open a bell bearing. Yeah, I still didn't find like the other bell bearings and shit.
Have you ever pox? Apparently you are, but you no longer have been. I asked you, be thankful it is all the...
Alright, so... Okay, so I think I'm gonna end I think I'm gonna leave Searcher here for now. And, might get on someone else, just kind of just do random possible co-op. You know, even though I don't know for sure if I'll get summoned or not. So, we'll play around with Lady Ariana. See if anyone, you know, see if we get summoned as her. But yeah, I've been kind of thinking about this a little bit and everything. But yeah, I've been kind of thinking about this a little bit and everything, and I think that once I have done, once the Bloodborne, you know, Hunters and Elden Ring collab thing is done, I'm probably going to be turning Ariana into a bleed build. I'm probably going to be also trying to, you know, use this weapon and everything. But yeah. But yeah, so I guess, while I wait, in a sense, for anything to happen. So, yeah, this here is Ariana from Bloodborne. Made as best as I could, thanks to someone that thanks to a random video I found on YouTube of someone, actually, someone trying, they're trying their luck at making her in the game. She is, my little Bloodborne build per se, and everything. I originally had her being as the doll, because I didn't really know exactly who else to make, and I was just like, well, I got I tend to got the making and stuff of having the doll in, Elden Ring already, so, or something like that, so I was just like, let's go from there. But then I kind of had but I was kind of thinking about this a little bit, and I was like, there's part of me that wants to try and make Yosefka in Elden Ring, because who's one character in Bloodborne that you would at least likely suspect to ever see in the land between. But unfortunately, couldn't really find anyone that somehow attempted to make her or anything like that. So Ariana was more or less like the next thing, and everything. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and play around with that. Now, this may seem a little bit weird, I guess, but basically in this case, for the time being, Ariana is a strength and dex build, even though you probably wouldn't think about it for someone like, someone like her. But I did it because I had, I was trying to get the most out of the previous weapon, which was the Geese's Wheel, which is pretty much the equivalent of the pizza cutter and everything. So trying to do that. Basically, what I was trying to do was I was trying to have a lot of health and a fairly decent amount of stamina and FP, because even though FP ain't really a thing in Bloodborne, but it is a thing that gets used in order to use certain weapons, especially the Geese's Will. So I kind of had to think about I kind of had try stuff and things with that and everything. So I had to have that good amount of it so I can make the most out of using it. Right now I don't really use any Cerulean Tears flask stuff. It's all gone. It all goes into my health. Oh my. Yeah, it goes into all my health and whatnot. My Wanderer's Physics thing. My Wanderer's Physics thing is basically like an extra. It's basically like an extra. It's basically like an extra flask that gives me it gives me more heals and shit. I had the height. Even though I'm about to do something else, but oh well. I was going to put the poison armament thing on there, but... Alright, fall down, Lana. Food. I think I had to hit L1, not L2. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. But, yeah. But anyway, so, as far as her stuff and everything goes, while I, set my gold sign down. So her main weapon is the Nagakiba, which is at max 25. It's got the Seppuku, Astral War, basically as you saw, you stab yourself, and all that. And it gives you coats in your own blood, gives them more build up and everything. I was given this out of randomness per se, but I have the Wakazashi, which is a little dagger that apparently you can build a power stance with a katana thing like Nagakiba. It's also a blood thing. It's got Bloodhound Step, which kind of like it's kind of a close thing that you can do from one of the, from like thinking like a bone thing that you can both do. It's in a sense, it's you can like do this. So got the rickety shield because like the equivalent or close to it of wooden plank shield thing, and everything. And even though I'm only using it like on my solo adventures, but I do have a beast repellent torch because torch. I recently got the cane sword because Onyx was wanting to get that for his Bloodborne character, and I was like, well, I might as well try and get that too for mine. And I gave it the blood infinity thing. I gave it the double slash and all that. I also managed to find the Uji Katana, which is quite a thing. I also have Hand of Millennia, Bloodhound's fan. I got a few weapons that kind of robbed me. I have this because I didn't really know about like getting this in Lindell Royal Capital. I'm wanting to in a way give this to Pay's build, but here's a Giza's Will, which is a summer weapon, which is why it's +10, and of course, you know, Serpent Hunter, little thing for if you get summons for, you know, for Rykard. So yeah, the attire and everything is Circle of Lights, not because Ariana does not wear any headwear, you know, so you go see her beautiful face and everything. The ultimate version of Melania's armor, Mesmer's gauntlets, that way it gives off the illusion that, you know, so basically, you know, it gives off the illusion that, like, you know, nothing really there, but if you have a good eye, you can see that there's a right ring that comes out of nowhere. And also I have the aesthetic ankle guards, because why not? Now originally the look, more or less, came from an idea of a Melania build that was supposed to be like Melania unrotted, and and that was the thing. But I changed the arm piece to something different because I think for one, and looks, oh, I'm about to say, looks like I'm not going to get summoned. Because I think for one, I think like Mesmer's gauntlets are a bit more powerful, or a bit more, you know, durable or whatever, versus the other thing that was going to be a thing. And I don't know, I kind of just thought about, like, you know, just not having not having anything there. Just like how I do with Pay's casual look, where like I have her wear Mesmer's gauntlets, so that way it gives off the illusion that she's not wearing anything on her arms, but yet she is. He's Van DLC armor. But I did kind of like do some research, some slight little research about, like, you know, find out something that would be close to what Ariana could wear if she was in the land between, which I'll probably show that off in a little bit after we hopefully deal with the boss. Motherfucker. So you might want to hurry. Okay. And I've got my red. You bastard. And I have nothing to cure it. Ow. Ow. I'm probably going to die. Wow. Yeah, I'm dead. Ah, motherfucker. Yeah, motherfucker. Anyway. But yeah, I'll show off the alternate look. Alright. So the alternate look of doing things is Finger Maiden robe and I think it's like old aristocrat shoes, because that's pretty much like the closest you can do in order to um I think it's like it was close you could be able to do to like represent Ariana's shoes in a way. There was that. Because this thing it's like a full on like dress, but eh. And I also do a thing sometimes where like I'll wear like this, even though I'm not like a warrior character, but it's a thing it's a thing I've been kind of doing as of late. Just as a kind of like an interesting little like challenge per se, like just like more or less like having the bare minimum of something and then just going from there. Kind of like just to see if I can be like, hey, can I be able to help people out while wearing like very little of something or whatever. So yeah, because it is my game. I can do what I want, when I want, how I want. Even if I was to do something like that. But yeah, for the time being though, like she is going to be doing like certain things. She's going to be kind of like remaining as like my Bloodborne build and everything, going by the Bloodborne rule standards or whatever. Hexnaker, thank you, world. I fucking hate when the game does that shit. But yeah, like it's just something to be able to, just to do, it's just to try, I mean, because hell, you can say this is almost like somewhat the equivalent of fucking, Let Me Solo Her, where they barely wear anything at all. Except only one thing about it is I don't wear a jar in my fucking head. Not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but it's just I don't do it because I honestly don't really have a jar. It's like I honestly don't really have a jar for Ariana, so I'm gonna be able to wear it anyway. But yeah, oh, there's the dude with the turtle shield. I still gotta remember when Onyx does his little thing with his little Bobenstein character. Whenever he gets like one of his stuff maxed out, to give him, get the little dupe thing of the shield that I got for pay, to give to him, and then get it back, vice versa, and all that. But yeah. But yeah, at some point in time, Ariana will probably be going into the DLC, but I say at most that she's not going to really, or at least not for a good long ass while. But it's like she's not really going to be facing DLC Radon for a good little while. Cause fuck that beach, fuck that beach. It's almost kind of a situation with how, like, you know, I don't have Saoirse go into the DLC, you know, to do all that. But then again, it was voted by, you know, it did get a couple of votes, but it's like, hey, you know, should I take Saoirse into the DLC to finish her story like I did with Pain and Fallible, or do I just, you know, keep her in base game? And, you know, and even like I said, only a couple people voted. But just, you know, in the base, you know, just keep her in base games. So I did. I guess another random little thing I can kind of show off. I did get a couple of Ash. I did get a couple of Ash summons for her. Her main one is Omen Killer Rolo, and of course the other one's mimicked here because why not? But I think I was like doing a bit of a random thing where I was just like, you know, looking. I think I was doing like a bit of a thing where I was just like looking online, see if like, you know, what kind of summons should I give for a Bloodborne build, and I think like some of the first replies were always Rolo, so I was like, okay, well, I'll do that then. Because I don't think I've ever really used Rolo for anyone really. Oh boy. I can only wonder what very child is going to think of this, on the fact that someone's apparently making a Friday Night Funkin' mod of Elements of Insanity. But I don't know for sure if it's going to be exactly like his version or something different. But yeah, like I said, I will say, think I am kind of feeling a bit more better than I was past like day or two. I mean, besides like my coughing situation kind of getting me a little bit more, gonna get a little bit more iffy per se, it's like, and all that, but yeah, I think I'm honestly feeling a bit more better, which is good. try again. See if. Cause I think sometimes like like resetting your side and stuff. Sometimes it might help out, but. Mm. I will say though, when it comes to Ariana and everything, I kind of had like this one random thought in my head about like making her, have the mature look and all that, because it was basically a thing that I did back in back in Bloodborne whenever I made her in there, because. I did a bit, because I think like I did a bit of a thing to where it's like, I made her in Bloodborne, but I gave her a bit more of a mature age look, to where it's like, she's not like elderly old, but, she has gotten like a bit of age on her, because of course, the older you get, sometimes the more mature you look, and especially, all this, that, or whatever. And, I don't know, like, I was trying to think about, like, if I was going to try and do some sort of fucking, if I was going to try to, like, give her some sort of, like, lore, backstory thing or whatever, that, like, she somehow came into the land between, and somehow, like, she, she somehow managed to get, like, her, a bit more of her younger age and stuff like that. And I was kind of thinking, then I was kind of, like, thinking to myself, like, the whole situation, like trying to do not Moog, I think it's like White Mass Vi's questline, to go see Moog and all that stuff. And I don't know, I was just randomly thinking about it, and I was like, cause I couldn't remember exactly how, or I couldn't remember exactly how it happens, but I want to say, but I want to say that after, like, Vare, after you give Vare your finger, and, you poke the everyone but Jesus out or whatever, that, you might get, like, the bloodshot eye, stuff or whatever. Like, I had, like, the random idea of, like, having that look, and then maybe, like, giving her, like, the mature age, like, like she had at one point, to sort of have, like, that symbolic thing going of, like, she gave her blood. She was giving her blood and stuff again, and everything like that, and of course, kind of like sort of drained her, but not like too seriously or something. But I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like just for the time being, I'll just like have like the young, like a younger version of Ariana as much as you can do. Even though I think that as well even though I think as well that the video I saw of of making her in Elden Ring also had her in the young form as well, but it's just, like I say, it was merely thoughts, thoughts, plans, ideas, all that sort of jazz. But yeah, I might end around like 2 hours, 30 minutes at most. Kind of depends on like, if we don't get if we don't get any summons around here. Well, actually, I might switch a little bit, cause I mean, cause you never know exactly, but I might do something different. Might switch to someone else, someone someone who might more likely be able to get summoned somehow. Might see if we can do a thing or two with Pay's build. Cause yeah, basically in a nutshell, like with Pay, she's basically done everything that you can. Like I mean, she might not have done like every single like quest line in the whole game, but like she's beaten main game, she's beaten DLC, and everything. So it's like so it's pretty much just like a little something about like, hey, I can just be like, hey, I can just just go from there. Yeah, this kind of like another little thing because it's like, like the idea was like trying to be be in light load, but still be able to have like like decent supply, like decent stuff for it and everything. Yeah, this is man, I saw this before and off and everything, but yeah, basically this is her like her casual look that I came up with. Minus the minus the the things on the hands, like this stuff. Because at one point in time, because I'm just gonna kind of just, try and show you guys how Pay was beforehand. I have to. I think it was that. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was that. So yeah, basically in a nutshell, when Pay was first, when I first made Pay in Elden Ring, this was the build. This was like the look that she had, and everything. Because Commoner's Headband, which is altered in this case, that was the thing to. Oh, Cerebral apparently got rid of a spammer. I think even before they even did anything, at least to my knowledge. But yeah, like basically, the Commoner's Headband altered was the way to represent Pay's goggles because she's known to wear goggles on her VTuber model. I don't know. I don't know if like what her thing is with with goggles in real life, but like it's going by like VTuber model because I have no fucking idea what Pay looks like in real life. I mean, even though I would like to see Pay IRL, but I'm not like a fucking desperate motherfucker being like, hey, show me what you look like, what do you look like, blah, 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 But yeah, that was her, her main thing, and all that. The Crucible Tree armor was altered, aka, it didn't have the thing, the thing in the back, but there. I think she had like the Bass Knight gauntlets and Bullgoat greaves. So I think she had like some pretty good. She has pretty good defense rate. As you can see, the funny number of 69. If you look over on the right side, next to the PS4 chat and everything. You can see all of her stats and all that. It did get changed over time, especially whenever I had rebirthed her character and everything. But yeah, like, you know, there was all that. Her hair was a bit more. Her hair was more red in color, but after doing like some playing around and everything, I kind of found like an idea of, you know, like, I can say like I found like the idea of like the right coloring to where it's not like it's not too red, but you know it still gives off that thing of like, you know, that she showed that, hey, you know, she is a redhead. Oh, we got company. I'll show off the first. I'll show off the first casual look that I gave her and everything before I went with the final version. After we hopefully, you know, get summoned for this. Ugh. Oh boy.
Hey!
Yeah, they're at the same time. That is quite the fashion. Oh god. Is that? That's that. Oh my god. That's their character name. Yoo-hoo. There you go. How to give him like a smack on the back. I'll need to get this. That's not a hit. I hate that move because that should not be hitting me. Ow. Oh, we actually got a stagger on his ass. I will always say this, and it still reigns true. Ow! But fucking Radon and DLC Radon, he needs a nuke of a nerd. Like he honestly should never have been in the fucking DLC. Like no one No one wanted him. No one asked for him. He doesn't even deserve to be alive. You know, the fact that somehow he's in DLC, you know, it makes me question him. It makes me question what FromSoft's, you know, it makes me question fucking FromSoft's, you know, sanity. Damn. Ow. I was trying to get like the heal from afar, but trying to heal from afar is fucking hard as hell sometimes. You know, because it's like, you know, you have to like, for one, not lock on you know, to the enemy and all that. You have to like, you know where you're gonna, they're gonna pew the thing at. But anyway, so so yeah, this was basically Paige, you know, first look when I debuted here in The Lands Between. Then came Casual Look V1. Give me a sec. So yeah, this was Casual Look version 1. The majority of it came from patches is cults, because I did kill him with as pay, you know, and everything. So you know, there was that. And yeah, like the one thing I'd say that kept true was pants, because because you know, these pants are pretty much the closest you can be able to get to her V2 model again. Like I said, everything that all the look and everything, you know, like from the from the head down is based on off her V2 model. My friend Onyx, you know, put this all together, but I did like some touches on my own. I think maybe with like the hair and everything like that. Maybe I can't remember. But yeah. This was Pay's, you know, version 1 casual look, and everything. I don't think it's too bad. I mean, even though I'd say like, you know, I would say like, you know, I would be like, you know, deal with the gloves and all that, but I guess the reason why I decided to go with the gloves is because like of how this thing itself is, well, it's like a long sleeved top and all that. Even though Pay's top is not, you know, like the hat doesn't have sleeves, let alone like the long sleeve stuff. But yeah. And she did wear the commoner's headband altered, but I kind of changed things up a little bit. And I got the circle of light for her, because for one, I thought it'd gonna be more useful, maybe have things look a wee bit better, you know, in a sense, for for her look. And then came Casual Look V2. Now, I found out about the Nox Sorceress armor top piece. And originally it was known to have like a white cloth clothing part or whatever. which I can probably show you. Yeah, it was going to be like this, kind of, like that or whatever. But but yeah, it's like it's not really a thing that she wears. She's not really known to wear like have any like cape-looking things, like that. So, so I did like some altercations and bada bing, bada boom. And I got the idea for the top piece because of a model that Inverted Shadow made that more or less represents Pei for like animation stuff that he does, or slide show animation stuff, whatever. Basically like animation stuff overall. And I think I remember like the one thing about it was like like the long sleeve looking things that like they're so long and just fucking do this, that, and the other. So yeah. The situation with the eyes, that was something that I wasn't really planning, but after discovering it being a thing, and looking at it and all that, I was like, that's kind of badass looking. So what I did was I had there's this face paint cosmetic thing or whatever, if you could be able to play, like, if you could be able to use and everything, right? So basically what I did was I pretty much like put that over like her eyes and stuff like that, to represent like a part of her goddess form, because she has a goddess form, and she's known to have like some war paint stuff or whatever, on her face and all that. And this was the only thing I could really think of that that somehow came close or something like that. So I went with this. I went with this, and she's pretty much been known to have this look for a long while. Even though, like I said, I did change the hair up at one point to have like a bit of a not so like bright red color for her hair, but still have it be to where like show like, oh, she's a redhead. So yeah. And I guess you could say I kind of like dubbed this to be like Pei's new goddess form in a sense. It's like I thought, because I feel like the way that it came about was I think like because of like all the dragons that I have defeated with her and all the hearts that she's eaten. I think that's how it became a thing, and and I'd say like in the sense that like she had like a bit of like a mood swing change per se, but she didn't like lose her, like she didn't like lose herself. Like she kind of, I guess you could say she kind of talked like more softly, kind of like almost like ASMR like whatever. Unless like you might have really pissed her off, but like she kind of like, but I feel like for the most part she kind of talks like more softly in a sense, and she's always up for a challenge, whether it be like like trying out like different like different clothing, like seeing about like how how nimble she could be, what when in combat, and she's always up for trying to help people out, in most situations, more so than trying to be an invader type, unless if like the mood strikes right, or something pops off that she wanted to release tension in some sort of way. But for the most part though, you know, like Pei's going to be uh, a helper in co-op mode. um, but yeah, one point in time, she's going to be a whip build where she's going to have like two giant red brain weapons and everything. But like I said, but things didn't quite work out so well. So after, you know, a rebirth and, you know, like re-specking her build and everything like that, um, she had these weapons that came from the DLC. I don't know exactly how you say them off top of the head, but I think it's like Curse Blade Circuits or something like that, which comes from one of the enemies that you can actually meet technically when you get into the DLC. Because these certain types of enemies are actually nearby. And I think I actually have, I think I actually have them as an Ash summon as well. Oh boy.
Hey.
Hey!
I didn't expect Shang Tsung. I didn't expect fucking Shang Tsung to be wearing a witch's hat. Wow. No, those main seconds can't kill things. Ow. Did I not get hit so I can fucking do the Black Flame Tornado? This bitch. Wow. Ow, ow. Nope, don't you dare fucking kill me. Ow! Leave me the fucking alone. Ow. Ouch. Ow. Don't you dare smack me to death. You bitch. Well, we nearly had her. Like, we nearly had the bitch. But yeah, you know, it's pretty much how, like, you know, things were, how things are, like, you know, quote unquote, like, lore-wise that I made, you know, for the for the Rumbleverse version of Pay. You know, and like I said, like I'm, and I will say, like I am pretty happy with how things turned out. Like like even though like the DLC for the most part like has been able to kick my ass here and there, but you know I'm glad I'm glad I'm happy, you know, and everything about like you know how far Pay has come in terms of like in terms of like how like when she was made and Elden Ring and all that. Even before like when I made her in Bloodborne. But thankfully I managed to actually get that little series uploaded to YouTube because I did not want to lose that stuff. Because say what you will, but that one was a bit of a special one, especially because especially like in the first like part, especially like in part one, because even though Pay hardly comes around, like my little stream and everything like that, which, I'm like, I can understand, but I'm always, grateful and appreciative, whenever if she ever does, just like anyone else, that might not always be able to come by. But, ow. Oh, no, you don't. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, you simplified looking bitch. Nope, you are not allowed to do that. No, that should have been hitting. That was a cheat. I don't care what anyone says. Well, unfortunate. Oh my god, did we actually get him in the face too? Like, oh my god, we actually got him in the face too. Now I can't remember for sure, because I got like a few different Elden Ring videos on here, but I think I managed to actually do a thing at one point in time where I got summoned in as Paige, wearing that outfit that I put on Ariana before I switched and everything. And I think I actually managed to. I think me and the summit, like the other two people there. I think we actually managed to kill Radon. I think there was also a time when I got summoned into Mesmer's fight and managed to kick his ass. Hold on. Just just want to do this just out of random curiosity for sense, but I'm gonna try the whole like quote unquote before matchmaking. See if that makes any difference or not. I guess while I'm at it, I'll also go ahead and put on the icon shield. Because in the lore that I made, as far as, why Pei has this shield, like, not only does it give you, like, some health, over time, but the idea that I had was, is that, the tree and everything, it reminded her of the gaming tree in the grove that she used to use whenever she did like a lot of games on her main channel. Cause I think like back then, like whenever she would set up a game, she'd be like, I think she'd be something all like, to the gaming tree. But yeah, her flash kind of changed up a little bit. I changed the second thing to the Crimson Sapping Cracked here, where attack temporary restore HP. Cause I did do some stuff and things with Pei in the DLC, and I managed to get all of the tier stuff in the DLC, which was not quite easy. Cause I think like the majority, if not all, revolved around the fucking fire golem things. Yeah, let me see some. That is my spell. The question is, okay, so I can put black flame on that. On there. I could put, I could fucking put, you know, I could fucking put this on the weapon that has Black Flame Tornado as National War already. That's funny. Doesn't seem to last long though, which kind of a bummer. I have some Nagiba. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and end it here. Because I've been going for about 3 hours at most. Switch that. Probably switch out the a little bit. Spell. Oh gosh. Let me just randomly try this, just for shits and giggles. I might maybe toy around with this move. Do I have anything else that's also kind of like this? Let's find out. $26 to pay. And pay is a couple things short of that. I don't know. I might try out the thing because I don't know because like I think like overall pay has like the ability to use like more stuff than any other of my characters. So yeah, I might you know keep that on for the time being. Yeah, but we'll see. But yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here and everything. I hope you guys have enjoyed the random stream and everything. Put the raid command there. Put it in the chat. Please have to wait for it to do its fucking thing. Alright, so got that. Because yeah, probably what I'm going to do is I'm probably gonna get back on Starsha. Probably gonna do like a few little things here and there, as much as I can. I'm probably gonna try to see if I can, find gold mask and corn after the next little destination. Read up in case if I have to do anything else beforehand. And probably just go from there. Well, I'm the first one on the live feed. So I'm gonna check out this channel. Alrighty, it's you. Alrighty, it's you. Alright, so, as always, everyone, thank you guys so much for watching. I really and truly appreciate it. My next planned stream, if everything goes well, will hopefully be on Monday. It's part of my active week streaming. Going to be doing some more Dead by Daylight. Going to be doing more Chaos Shuffle. Probably doing a little bit of an all-killer stream. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And, I'll think about the rest of the stuff from there. So, if you enjoyed what you saw today, and you watch this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all these good stuff. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. So, yeah. Until I see you guys in the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.